Well, I like watching corn.
He likes watching it get shucked.
Hashtag corn
Corn
shuckers.
shuckers.
Well, them damn corn shuckers. They at it again.
Corn shuckers.
Now they're shucking in the fields.
Oh my god.
Eat the whole bag at once.
Yeah,
Ooh, daddy.
you gotta press the bottom of the bag and then jam it down your throat. So you're like kind of.
I'm transforming to
Transforming and rolling out.
chocolate chibi.
Dasani, they all kind of sound very
Oh my
similar.
God.
So, you know.
That was
It works.
that's a big reach.
Nico Dasani.
Nico Dasani.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Silver Monkey.
Alright.
Burger!
Oh.
Take! Burger!
I'm gonna put cheese on it.
Take!
I'm putting cheese on it.
Doesn't
Ain't
need
that
cheese!
It does need cheese.
Burger!
Take these starter please.
Now I turn on the mics and it's showtime!
Good Jorb.
I do a good Jorb. I'm the best at Jorb. Hello,
Hello.
and happy
Hello.
happy spooky season to everyone.
Indeed.
Is it spooky season?
It's always
It is.
spooky season.
Also true.
So what hi.
Me,
Hello.
Servo.
What are we doing today, guys?
Sounds good today.
Being
We're the Remnant Gamers, and we're doing
dead.
some D&D,
yeah.
and it's not our normal D&D session, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
What
So
are we
what we're
doing,
doing
wonderful DM?
Instead of our normally scheduled D&D session, we're doing a spooky one-shot. It's called The Tomb of Horrors. It was written by Gary Gygax as a response to criticisms that his dungeons weren't tough enough. This is what's it's called a meat grinder. We're gonna have a bunch of characters. These probably won't. I mean, I will be shocked if one character survives the whole night. Probably gonna run through 4 or 5 characters per person. So we're not gonna have any real backstory. It's just I'll read a short passage, and it's just going to be adventuring parties after adventuring parties coming up on this dungeon. Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's going to be a lot of death. So I'm just warning you guys.
It sounds that way.
Don't get attached.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a lot of
Okay.
death.
I misplaced my handbook for the recently deceased, so death might be a little bit of an issue.
I haven't.
Oh, okay. Is that where I left it at?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, wonderful,
In my butt.
wonderful.
Okay.
You take in my butt.
What?
I
What are
seriously,
you
I
hearing?
seriously have that book.
What?
Do you?
What?
What are you talking about?
Awesome.
You're crazy.
So, who are we? Did everybody choose what their characters are going to be? We're not playing our normal characters, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't catch that earlier, we're playing completely new characters for this as a one shot for death purposes.
Indeed.
You know, not that we're not gonna already die probably in the next session anyway, but
Probably.
different death purposes.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun death.
That's
Yeah.
debatable. Every
All
death's fun death depending on how you handle it.
And I am a noble dragonborn paladin by the name of Lord Chillator.
Are you noble like that? Is that your noble voice?
Why, yes, I am. I am quite noble, sir.
All right, let's give a quick rundown. Everybody else's characters.
Oh, why not? Servo, who you are.
I is Hodrick the Giant Slayer, and I do make the giants go sleepy time.
All right, you have an intelligence of 8. You're just like not super smart. I'm just throwing that out there.
This is just how I talk.
You-
Okay.
You play how you want. I just don't want you to think you're like dumber than a child. Just a heads up.
I very smart. I kill
Okay.
many giants. Just don't care to use many words.
Jono?
And I am Loredon Sasek. I am a high elf wizard of the highest regards.
Yeah,
Was-
buddy, blaze it.
Was there more than that? Do I have a background? Was there a background
That's
written
all
in
you
here?
need.
Oh, okay.
No.
I wasn't prepared
all
enough
you
to
need.
come up with one on the fly.
That works.
And last but not least, Moose.
I am Sergeant Simello. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it tonight. I'm Sergeant Simello. I'm a fighter of the champions, and I'm gonna fuck shit up with my great axe.
Delicious.
That's all I do. I just hit shit with a great axe. I'm really strong and kind of stupid.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna read a short passage, and then we'll just get into it. Somewhere under a lost and lonely hill of grim and foreboding aspect lies a labyrinthine crypt that's filled with terrible traps and not a few strange and ferocious monsters to slay the unwary. It is filled with rich treasures, both precious and magical. But in addition to the aforementioned guardians, there is said to be a demi-lich who still wards his final haunt. Be warned that tales have that this being is called Asarak, possesses powers that make him nearly undefeatable. All accounts conclude that it's quite unlikely any explorers will ever find the chamber where the demi-lich lingers, for the passages and rooms of the tomb are fraught with traps, poison gases, and magical protections. Furthermore, the demi-lich has so well hidden his lair that even those who avoid the pitfalls will not be likely to locate their true goal. Only a large and well-prepared parties of the bravest and strongest should even consider the attempt, and if such a group does locate the tomb, they must be prepared to fail. Any expedition must have magical protections and weapons, and must be equipped with every sort of device possible to ensure survival. So, you guys have spent some time exploring. You've come across a cliffside and discovered that there are 3 separate entrances to this cliff, or to the cave side where you believe the Tomb of Horrors lies. You see it lit up. I would light that whole area up, but I'm not sure how to do that on the fly. So yeah, there's a center path, eastern path, and a western path. Which would you guys like to start in?
East.
East? Okay.
I'm gonna go, yeah, hey, let's hit east.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. What was that?
I'm gonna go east. I'm gonna hit shit with my axe.
Now, is this our east or is this stage east?
This
This is your east.
Yes.
Huh?
You just took
My
us in
good
west.
That
Took you west? No, that's east.
If we're facing the cliff end, you just took us in west.
Top down. Top down.
That's why I said our east or stage east.
So as you step into the temple, sorry, what's your character's name? Loredon gets struck by a poison dart. You're dead. It's rolling. No, just kidding.
damn. So it can.
Well,
I'm just gonna tell you guys now. There's going to be some of that. So as you guys walk in,
oh, before we start and begin and everything, I just quick second because we've had a couple now. To thank our subs from the start of the stream, King Snugglewumps, Akoth, we can thank you in person, and
Yes.
Nobu.
Whoop whoop.
Hi guys, thank you
Alright.
for the subs. Thank you for stopping in. Steppy on me. Okay, Nobu, whatever you want. That's what you're into. I got a sandworm with a nice big boot waiting for you.
Incredible.
okay. So the corridor before you is made of plain stone, roughly worked and mortared with a 10-foot high ceiling. Daylight shines into the corridor, and you see what appear to be two separate doors at the end of the hall. I fully don't know. Yeah, you guys can't see that. I'm sorry. Aha!
Yeah, we can see corridor.
Okay.
Who
What are you guys doing?
is this,
Well,
who
we
is this corridor you speak of, and where is he?
I think that's just the hallway that we're in. It's just the long stretch of land that's in front of us.
I
My
opened that
God.
door.
There's more of them, a hallway and a stretch of land.
I'm opening.
Cool. So
So yeah.
as you approach, you hit to about there. You feel the stone underneath is unmortared and a little loose.
Fuck.
And as you press down, you hear a click.
No mames.
Can I jump away from it?
Wait, what happened as we opened the door? Sorry, my headphone's dead.
He stepped on the landmine.
He stepped on a stone that clicked underneath his feet. I need everybody to roll initiative.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's an initiative button.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said sometimes you just got to do things the hard way.
Initiative button.
I'm like 3 feet into the tomb already, and already we're fighting rock.
And somebody's activated a trap.
Not my fault.
No, I think if it was a trap, then he would have had to just roll for something.
Roll to save
have
your
to-
life.
You'd have to roll a check, but if we're rolling initiative,
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
suddenly a
Okay.
dragon, or the roof opens up and a dragon belly flops on top of you.
Oh no, it's much less sinister.
The roof is on fire. We
You
don't
guys
need
are
no
all
water,
suddenly
no
encompassed in a
water.
gelatinous cube.
Oh my god, my favorite.
Are you reading ahead, Jono?
Is it acidic or
I'm
is it delicious?
just saying there's some fun things, and you know, maybe he stepped on the switch and all of a sudden we realized that the hallway was actually a mimic the whole time, and we just entered onto his tongue.
What flavor is the gelatinous cube?
John, do you have an initiative modifier?
Do I have what? 2?
Okay, cool.
Wait,
So-
is that right? Yeah. Modifier 2.
Turbo, lat, and moose.
Is this the gelatinous cube that ate Garth?
Okay. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Um, Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Huh.
Oh yeah.
Got him.
So, Servo, at the top of the initiative, you hear a click and a rumbling. Nothing seems to be happening except a slight shifting in the rocks that would be to your left-hand side over here.
I see. Hold on, I gotta zoom in on my dude.
Sorry, I apologize. At the start of your turn, you see the wall crumble away, and see a large, you see a 10-foot thick block of stone starting to emerge from the wall.
Oh, I move forward. Leap forward.
Forward? Okay.
Yeah.
You feel free to place your token wherever. Okay, cool. Anything else on your turn?
Can I grab the others?
Yeah, you can grab one of them.
All right, I grab Dragon Boy.
Okay. Yeah, you grab the Dragonborn and pull him into the a little bit further in, seemingly out of way of the moving stone.
Hopefully.
Next up is Lat. So Lat, you on your turn, you see that the wall's fallen away. There is a large 10-foot thick block that is sliding seemingly out from the wall. It's moved about 5 feet. It is now your turn. You've been pulled slightly more into the corridor. Out of harm's way, it would seem. What do you do?
Hold on, let's see. It would seem like I'm out of harm's way. Oh, well, who's that left behind then?
That's me.
If it,
Oh,
yeah.
you're
When I say out of harm's way, if it were to completely shut, you were no longer in the path. You wouldn't get scorched or anything.
Can I ask, because I didn't hear like the full description of what was happening while we were going through that. What was Moose like going to do? Was there something over on the side that he was going to like open?
There are 2 doors at the end of the hallway. You see those little rectangular blocks? Those are doors.
Okay, so
2 separate doors.
there was nothing that was over to the left of where we can see the characters at, right?
Yeah. I just saw a closed door, and I don't like closed doors.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't we weren't about to.
Yeah,
like...
there was a false wall that or it was a thin wall of sand and gravel that fell away, exposing this rock that's now moving towards you.
Okay.
Are these doors sturdy? How sturdy are these doors?
You can go up and check them.
All right. I'm gonna check this door.
How fast
Okay.
is this wall moving?
It has moved. It's moving quickly. It has moved about 5 feet in a quarter of the initiative.
Okay, so we're not talking about the trash compactor in Star Wars where it was just incredibly slow.
No, it's moving much quicker than that.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. So you go to check that door. It's a rough stone door. It's got what looks like a kind of a half moon shape carved out. So it's like a handle you can grab, and it looks like you push or pull. What are you doing?
I want to kick it open.
Sure. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Or does it just be a
D20?
strength check?
Strength check.
Yeah. So D20 plus your strength modifier. Ooh, I need to go change that. Sorry. Sure, I'll give you advantage on that.
I love that the sign says push or pull, and that's just like but foot.
2 seconds. Advantage query.
How do I push or pull with foot?
Right.
Sorry, guys. Just got to change that so it's not always rolling with advantage. And hot. Okay, cool. So you rear back and put your boot on the door. It does not move. It feels very sturdy.
Oh, wow. Can I still check the other door?
I would say that would be your action to kick the door.
Okay.
You do have another attack roll. We're calling out the attack action, so you could do it again if you would like at the other door.
Yeah, let's kick the other door then.
So go ahead and make another strength check.
Why does my character sheet look like that? It changed.
Oh, sorry. I may have done something.
We were set up from the start.
There you go.
Ah. A la peanut butter sandwiches.
So with another 14, you strike the door with a lot of force. It does not budge.
Wow.
Do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
Did you try pulling the door?
He said push or pull.
Yeah, and you went for kick.
Well, push or pull, it should swing open either way.
Not if it's a pull door.
Yeah, that's. You should know doors don't always work like that.
No, it's like a kitchen door.
Kick is basically a push.
No, sorry. I wanted to be more clear. The handle wasn't like a handle that you turn. It's just a handle that you would either push or pull.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's like a.
So
I'm not
it's
saying
not
it's like a
like-
saloon door.
It's not like a floppy door that.
No, it's not like a secret double hinge in there. It's just a stone door from the look of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
yeah.
See? You kept pushing. You probably should have read the pull button.
There is no pull button. It's not written in my language. Are there any words on the door?
Not that you can see. No, it appears to be a bear door. There's stone.
The
and
door's
a
made out of
half moon cut
bears?
for the handle.
What?
Yes, the door's made out of bears.
Doors is bears.
Okay, I will pull open the door.
Sure, make a strength check for me.
And Doodaloo, thank you for the follow. That's a great name.
Ah, damn it, I wasted it.
Also, Jono Juice for sure.
Totally
Yeah.
John
In the chat,
O'Juice.
Matt Compton. Yeah, Jono Juice.
John,
So yeah, with a nat one, you go to grip the handle. It seems to have been worn smooth. Just like it's definitely not like a rough hewn. It's definitely got some wear to it. Your hand just kind of slides off as if it's been like slicked or something.
The
You
handle?
just, yeah, your grip is just not there tonight.
Oh, that's
To
disgusting.
be clear, this is indicative of your natural one roll. But yeah. So that's, unless you'd like to move, you have not that much movement speed left.
No, I'm good there.
That's actually all your movement. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next person in the series. Cool. So Moose, you. Oh, I'm gonna push this up a layer.
How dare that wall shove me?
Right.
Moose, you hear this movement behind you. All this commotion's going on. The wall's moved another 5 feet in.
I'm a bum rush the door on screen right, the one on my left.
Screen right? Okay, sure. So you run up to the door. What are you doing?
I'm a shoulder badge. I'm gonna try to run clean through it. Fuck this wall.
It's,
Go ahead and make an
it,
attack.
it doesn't go that way. I tried kicking through it.
No, it's going to.
Is no one does no one understand pull as an option?
Make a strength check at advantage.
Strength check at advantage.
So you roll strength twice, and we'll take the higher of the two.
In the door.
So it's just a check. It's not a save.
Oh, whoops.
But that's fine. We'll just subtract 5. So that's a meaty 18. So that's a 23 for your strength check. Go ahead and roll a d4 of damage for me.
You know, I guess you don't need a push or a pull if you break the door.
Goddamn right.
So you bum rush full force into this door and hit it with such strength that you feel it reverberate throughout your body. It does not budge. It's made of stone, You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack right into the door. Make a dexterity save for me.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, 16's enough. You will stay on your feet. Make sure you take it off advantage.
Oh, whoops.
A 16's enough to stay on your feet, though. You stumble back a few steps, and you feel yourself start to fall, but you catch it just in time, and you don't go down prone.
I did
Doing
my
anything
best.
else? You've used your movement, and you've used an action to attack. You could attack the door again, although you won't have advantage because you weren't bum rushing it.
No, I think I just used my bonus action and go, ow.
Sure. Yeah, you from the hit you delivered and the sheer shock on your persons, you go, ow, and it echoes through this cavern out into the cliffside. Next on the list, oh, John, with your 10.
Oh,
You are pushed another 5 feet as this door is beginning to close, and it's slowly like closing in on you. What are you doing?
I will casually walk to the door on the left, the screen left, and pull it open.
So from where you are standing, I don't know that you have enough. Yeah, you could dash to get there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is such a difficult term. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm sorry, you do not have to dash. You can get up to the door and you can pull on it. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Where's strength? How
So
do
strength check is on your score.
I do it? Okay, I did it.
Yeah, with an 8, you pull on the door handle. You're pulling and pulling and pulling. You hear what sounds like some sort of some sort of stone against stone, and you hear a crack, and your hand flies back. The handle comes with it. It seems that the wear and tear over the years has worn the stone thin on the sides, and you've snapped the handle off of the door.
Well, shit.
And
Maybe it wasn't a pull door, guys.
are you doing anything else on your turn?
Can I pocket the handle?
Absolutely, you can.
All right, I'm just gonna pocket that real fast.
Is that the end of your turn?
I don't think I have anything. I don't have any more movement to use, right?
No. You still have an action, so you could potentially dash.
Would dash take up the ability to pull the other door?
No, you could use your action to pull on the other door.
Okay. Okay. So then, yes, I'd like to do that.
Sure. Actually, sorry, you're out of movement right there. That's,
okay.
That's you've used
Okay.
your movement to do that.
Okay, then yeah, that's end of my turn.
So at the end of your turn, you hear a loud thud as the wall seals in behind you. Cool. So we are now out of initiative. What are you guys doing?
You know, we could have taken this time and instead gone to another entrance. But now
search the walls and see if there's any like holes or like arrow size holes or gas valves or anything like that.
Sure, make an investigation check for me.
we've seemingly sealed ourselves.
You feel around. There's definitely been effort taken for this chamber. The walls have actually, you can tell for the most part, have been. There's been a thin layer of mortar that's put on it to kind of like make it look a little cleaner. You chip away at the mortar. You see that there's just rough hewn rock underneath the thin layer of mortar. Nothing else that you can tell. There's no other traps in the room. No arrow slits that you can see. Nothing of that nature. With the 16, you also, if you'd like to inspect the doors,
Yeah.
kind of run your hands around the outside. You take your knife and kind of try to stab where the separation of the door would be, and you realize that it's actually a false door. It's a door that has been carved out. It's basically a relief. It's just a part of the rock wall behind it.
So it's made to look like a door.
Correct.
And that was both doors?
Correct. So there are 2 false doors.
Oh, damn it.
What is my cantrip that's titled Friends?
I'm going to say not useful in this situation.
I'm
It
just
allows you.
looking in it. I don't see it in the spell guide at all.
It's
Be
the
friends with
ability to clap when perfectly prompted by a piece of music.
That's good.
All right.
I believe it allows you to. It's a short enchantment to basically make someone friendly towards you. You have advantage on all charisma checks directed to one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you. So,
Oh, okay. So like shorter and charm.
Yeah,
So
basically.
We're just trapped in this room.
Correct.
Are you sure I can't charm the stone?
Alexa, start a timer for 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Um,
that's great.
Alright.
So can
Now that is unrelated. I just need a timer.
okay. So
So what are
can
you
I go
guys
ahead and try the other door?
Sure.
Now that we're out of initiative, can I pull the door? Since
It's not a
everyone's
door.
everyone's rammed into them.
It's not a door.
Wait, then what is it?
You go to pull on the door, and you realize upon pulling that nothing is moving. That this door is in fact a relief cut into the stonework behind it. It's a false door.
Guys, these aren't doors. They're just carvings into the wall made to look like doors.
Okay, so
So then the
So
door was
can-
the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, okay. So can we feel around the walls maybe to see if there's like some other opening?
On the word, at saying the word friends, a false door. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That would be too easy. Yeah, you want to feel around the walls? Sure. Go ahead and
Yeah.
make an investigation check. For me.
Who's investigating?
Servo is?
Servo is. There it is. Servo, you feel around. You realize that there's a thin layer of mortar on the walls. You feel nothing of importance. You can't find anything of importance aside from these the large stone block that has sealed you in and the 2 false relief doors.
Can I detect magic?
Sure.
hmm.
Hang on.
So then mark a spell slot off for that. I think it's the first level, second level.
It's
Yeah,
first
you're right.
level.
No, it's amazing.
Wait, is it second level? No, it's
It's first level.
yeah.
So go ahead and mark off a first level spell slot. For the next 10 minutes, within 30 feet, you can sense the presence of magic. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Do
The
I
spell can
see any
penetrate
magic?
most barriers. You do not.
Well, shit, guys.
Detect magic is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. You
Can
wander
I s-
around the cavern, kind of like trying to get as close to the wall as you can to see how deep you can see. You detect no magic whatsoever.
Well, guys, it's
Okay,
not a
can-
magic trap, and
Can
the
I
doors aren't
oh,
doors.
Can I scream "Open, damn you!" at the cutouts?
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Intimidation.
Earlier, you did say that I heard stone against stone before the handle came off of the left door, right?
Yeah, that was the sound of the stone kind of giving way.
Hmm.
The kind of crack as the handle came off.
Okay.
Yeah, you intimidate the shit out of that stone door. It does not move.
Cool.
Okay,
Does
so it's
anyone
not
know anything
magic.
about explosives?
Well, I can kind of create them with my hand, but you might want to back all the way up to the stone.
Well, instead of focusing on the door, maybe we should do that on the stone wall that's shut.
For what it's worth, Jono, you being an evocation wizard, you can shield up to a spells level +1 of creatures from the effects of any spell.
Oh, really?
So if you cast a 3rd level fireball, you can shield all 4 of your companions.
Oh, I wasn't gonna waste a 3rd level fireball. I was gonna fire.
Giving you an example.
I got firebolt as a cantrip. I was just gonna firebolt it.
Sure, go ahead and roll an attack roll with advantage.
Is there an easy way to do that with Roll20?
Yeah, so when you're looking at your character sheet, at the top, next to the core, there should be advantage, normal, disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
Just hit advantage and then click the spell.
Well, that didn't
Sorry,
work.
the spell attack in your weapon section.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, stop. Yeah, an 18. You nail this rock face. You do no damage because it is made of stone.
Well,
So at that
explosive was
alarm,
not the option.
At that alarm, we're just going to go ahead and reset this. You guys spend a large amount of time trying to figure out a way out of here. A couple of days go by, your torch supplies run low, and you sit through the rest of the days in the darkness, chomping on your rations, waiting for someone to come. No relief comes, and you unfortunately die. Like, I wish like that was any different, but
Damn it.
without a teleportation spell or something like that, you're kind of boned. You could do things, but you guys weren't going to figure it out, unfortunately. At least in your situation. So we're going to take it back from the top. You guys want to stick with the same characters? Try it again?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Cool.
Easy.
So you guys are a second adventuring party. Can we just get somebody in the chat, just keep track one TPK?
I'm making the death counter as we speak.
Fantastic. Yeah, and to let people know, this is very much normally metagaming and bringing outside knowledge into a D&D game is frowned upon. They're absolutely going to metagame. Nobu is right. This is New Game Plus. They're starting with new characters, taking all the knowledge of what just happened, and they're keeping that inside. And they get to use that character after character. So yeah, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Nobu's New Game Plus.
Yep. So what are you guys doing?
I go down.
There's a
I'm not going down that damn hallway for sure.
Well,
path
you
to the
see-
east, path to the west, and it's path in the center of the rock face.
I'll take what's behind door number 1.
Is that
That's the,
Which one is that?
that's the one on the left.
Oh,
the one on the screen left?
Yeah, screen left.
Is that where everybody's going?
let's do this.
Cool. So you guys move in?
Oh, we're moving in? Is it that cozy?
Absolutely.
The corridor before you is made of plain stone, roughly worked, and is dark and full of cobwebs. The ceiling overhead is obscured by a large amount of hanging strands of webbing.
So, can I hold the torch to the weapon?
I apologize. At the end of the passageway, there are a pair of oaken doors.
Let's go check it out. I'm walking towards the open doors.
Can I
Sure.
can I high five one of the leather straps on my way to the door?
Leather strap. It's webbing from spiders.
Oh, webbing, not leather.
Sorry, my bad.
I can't listen good.
You can absolutely jump up and try to make contact with one of the strands.
No, I hate spiders.
Okay. So Latuan, you're going to approach the door. What do you do?
They're open, right? Can
So
I
why
see
not?
inside? Can I see inside of the doors?
You try to peer between the gaps in the door, and it's either dark on the other side or the seal is enough that you cannot see anything through the doors.
Oh, I thought they were open.
No, they're shut.
Okay. I kick open the doors.
My man.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. So what is that? That's a 10. What's your strength?
5. Plus
Yeah.
5.
So that's a 10 on the attack roll. Yeah, you hit this with a large amount of force. Go ahead and roll damage for me. So roll a d4 and add your strength modifier to it. It's a d4 plus 5.
Wait, did you barge in another door? I'm
No.
over here
He's
making
kicking-
the death counter and updating things.
Jono, he's kicking the door down, not barging. Let's be
Yes.
clear here.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, 9. You plant a meaty boot into the door, but it remains standing. Although worse for the wear.
God bless it. These damn doors.
But you said this was a wooden door, right?
Yes.
Yo, Spellboy, burn that shit down.
I was gonna say, can I firebolt the other one?
You absolutely can. Just because it's wooden doesn't mean it's flammable. These are thick wooden doors, similar to like what you would find on a ship's hull.
Again,
It's not
Doesn't mean
necessarily-
that they're not flammable.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
can we be a little more civilized and just try and open the doors?
Them bitches
no.
on fire.
I
Set
am
it
going
up.
to try and open the other door.
Ooh. Ooh.
Are you pushing or pulling?
Open it with fire.
I will.
Oh, sorry. The should have been more clear. I apologize. Da 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 da.
Do we set off a trap again?
No. The oaken doors have great iron ring pulls on them. Like they're the iron rings.
So I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull it
Okay.
because that's a pull door.
Sure. So you open the door. The door opens with ease, and you're faced with the rock face. And I need everybody
Fuck.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Son of a bitch. Is there an easy way to do saving throw?
Yeah, you click on in the saving throw section. You click on dexterity.
Saving throw section.
No.
So I know where that's at.
It's on the character sheet next
Under
to your.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah, it's above your skills. And below proficiency bonus. Okay, that's 2 fails, 1 success,
Is that it?
3 failures.
Oh, that's the
Dexterity,
death
not
save.
Oh. Do you have any dexterity? Yeah, you do.
I do. I
Will
just
save. Cool.
where
That's fine. I think yours is a +2, so it's enough. So Moose and Lat, you both take 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn it.
Servo and Jono, you take 15 points as the ceiling from above seemingly gives way and a large amount of rocks collapse onto you into the hallway.
Cool.
It's alright, I was already dead. I don't have any hit points.
There you go. Run new characters.
how do I do math?
You take 2 numbers.
And you rub them together like sticks.
Bingo.
No, we're not playing Biff.
Oh,
Not tonight.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
I just saw you immediately fall back into that habit.
Are you sure though?
Alright. I am very sure. So what are you guys doing now?
Crying out in pain.
Right? For freaking serious.
Okay, so
the doors are open now. Jonah opened the doors.
well,
so
it opened to a rock face, and then we got hit with rocks.
Yeah.
Was there anything past that? Like, did it crumble away something? No, it's just rock face, and we just got rained on by some pebbles.
Correct. It is a rock face.
Was that only one of the doors, or could I see to the other one? They're all connected.
They're double doors. You
Okay.
can see behind the other door that it is another rock face.
Well, can we do an investigation of the area?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
No, thanks. I don't wanna. I got a 25. Is that
Hey!
fine?
That's
Does
awesome.
that count?
Your
Look at me.
investigation shows you that the corridor before you is made of rough stone, or plain stone, roughly worked, and it's dark and full of cobwebs. There are rocks all over the floor now from the ceiling that has collapsed in. Nothing else of note jumps out at you.
So nothing else in the hallway or anything?
Nope.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I think that the left and right may have been misleading, and we probably should have just went right down the middle.
we should have. I'm heading back.
It's perfect symmetry.
So you guys gonna go to the next doorway?
Yeah, why not? Let's see what's behind door number 2.
Okay. If I remember the joke correctly, it's a goat. Isn't that what it is? Okay,
Plausibly.
So as the torchlight illuminates the area ahead of you, bright and brilliant colors are seen everywhere. The stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colorful mosaic of stone, with a distinct winding path of red tiles about 2 feet wide, snaking its way south down the corridor. No stonework can be seen on the walls or in the ceiling 20 feet above. Or the ceiling 20 feet above, where some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all these surfaces, then illustrated. The scene shows fields of kine grazing. I don't know what that is. Copsey with several wolves in the background. Workers of various races and strange human-animal mixtures, pig human, ape human, and dog human, going about various tasks. Certain frescoes show rooms of some building, a library filled with many books and scrolls, the door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, doors, chests, birds, bats, spiders, and all manner of things shown on the walls. Give me 2 seconds, I can pull up.
Gentlemen, we found Rainbow Road.
Apparently.
Does seem
I guess we're following the yellow brick road.
I think it's red bricked, but yeah,
That one too.
we're following Snake Way here.
Mm,
Are those cobwebs like from giant spiders?
Hold on 1 second.
Or were they normal sized cobwebs? Like from
Normal sized spiders.
being undisturbed?
So this is what's shown in the book. This is what you guys are seeing right now.
Am I supposed to see something?
a black screen.
Yeah, is that what's in the book?
Okay. I'm prepared for this. Yes. Please hold. Can you play hold music for me? Somebody?
Do 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 do. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-dum. 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 Ba-da-da-dum.
You guys kill me.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, da-dum, dun, da-dum, ba-dum, da-dum, ba-ha!
He kind of smells like Dookie. What the fuck is that?
The Addams Family.
This is the illustration that is given.
Oh,
So that's what we're seeing as we enter the middle.
Yeah, it's a hallway going down. On the left, you can see the illustrations. On the right, you can see the dog-human hybrids, the door to the I would assume the torture chamber. Again, these are just like frescoes. They're like painted on the walls.
So what is that little chest on the like the recession there? Do we see that there? Is that part of the thing? Can I go fondle that a little bit?
Right. Kind of has my interest.
Okay. 1 second.
try to fill with organs.
So, how exactly are you walking up to this fresco? It's about
Walking up like
30 feet on your right hand side.
It's 30 feet on the right side.
Correct.
So is that red like snake path visible to us?
Yeah, that is it is a snake winding path. It's kind of hard to see in the illustration I showed you, but there's a winding path made of red tile that kind of zigzags down the hallway.
Okay, well to start, I'd like to say that we probably should follow the snake path because it kind of makes sense. It's a little. I mean, I don't. How wide is that shit? We have to like hopscotch on it. It looks. Yeah, we'll probably single file. Who's the meatiest? Who wants to be in the front?
Probably me. I'll go first.
Well, meat boy, you want to head down the snake way?
I'm going down the snake way.
All right.
So, 1 second.
He expected us to fall for the ploy. He expected us to roll around in the rainbows. Not today.
So you step forward, following the rainbow path. As Sergeant Samillo steps onto that square, which is in front of the Anubis, the floor from beneath him drops out. So really none.
Why is the spell sheet not correct?
Who Sergeant?
So that's Moose's character. So yeah, the pit opens up beneath you. You fall in and take 2d10 piercing damage as you hit. There are spikes at the bottom of a 10-foot drop. So you take 7 points of piercing damage as you fall prone onto these spikes.
7 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
I like how you said that like Kronk.
I'm also going to need you to make a Constitution save.
Fuck.
Yes. 7 points of piercing damage.
On this. I'm so sorry.
Oh, 7 points. 7 points for
So these spikes are not just protruding; they're also tipped in poison. You take 18 points of poison damage as it seeps into your system.
Oh. I'm still
And
doing
you are now
good.
at the bottom of the 10.
Let me out!
Let me out of here.
Can't he climb out himself?
I mean, it's 10 feet. I'm sure I could. But then that would mean I have to, just out of character, that would mean I'd have to make a check myself to climb 10 feet. And if I fuck up, I'm falling back on poison tip spikes. So I'm gonna really need you motherfuckers to help me here.
I would say with your athletic prowess, it would not be that much of a challenge to climb up that 10-foot that 10-foot drop.
I don't trust you.
Just well, I'm saying if you would decide to do that because of how athletic you are, you wouldn't have to make a roll. You would just
Okay.
do it.
Okay, yes. I will use my
Yeah.
peak athleticism to do the
So you
same.
climb up. I wouldn't say with ease, but you climb up out of the hole.
Good.
Got Nobu's killing it in the chat. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you climb out of the hole. The pit doors swing back shut and seemingly reset. Show you guys that? Is that something I can do? Yes. Boom. Sorry, I'm waiting for the stream to update. Yeah.
Hey, it looks
So
like
that
the
is
doors reset now. Who wants to go step on them and make sure they stay reset?
They don't stay open?
Not I.
They close back.
Damn it.
No dibs. So I take back my earlier statement, guys. I think maybe the snake is not the correct place to walk on.
It's plausible.
Just I have this feeling. This little pit of despair.
Pretty bit of despair.
Since I had this tonight, I really want to forget.
So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna walk around it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother with the chest anymore. Because now obvious trap is obvious.
Sure. When you walk around it, show me what you're doing on the.
I'm just gonna like walk.
Sure.
Just kind of take
Cool.
my.
So right there.
Fuck.
The floor beneath you opens up into another pit trap. I'm not even kidding.
Can I?
So you are going to go ahead and take 2d10 piercing damage. Ooh, 16 damage from falling on these spikes,
Ow.
and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I still don't know how to saving throw.
So above your skills, you should see all your abilities in like a little separate section.
Like to your far left, where all your bonuses are, your strength, dexterity, constitution.
I see those. I see dexterity, constitution.
So you see where it says saving throws at the bottom of that square?
No.
Next to in that next column is inspiration and proficiency
I
bonus.
do. Never mind. What did you say? Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw, yes.
All right, there it is.
So you're going to take the full 19 points of poison as the poison seeps into your system from the wounds.
So am I taking 16 and 19?
Correct.
Ow.
Are you still up?
I'm still up.
Cool. Fantastic. So yeah. You're currently 10 feet down into it.
I'm at 43. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. So I'm gonna crawl my way back up. If I can crawl up to the
It takes
left.
a little more effort for you than Sergeant Samillo. Is that what we're saying, Samillo, right?
Yeah.
You crawl back up, and the pit resets.
Okay. Well, wait. Was I able to crawl up to the left?
Up to the left?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So there.
As you get up on top of that ledge, the floor beneath you falling. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna be so pissed. Ah!
Swear to God.
You
Well,
guys,
this is happening to you guys, not me just yet.
Right?
So you guys are now aware of 2 pit traps and their locations.
hey,
What are you guys doing?
I think we should start investigating before we
I was such a-
move
No.
any further.
Can I see any other traps that may be around? They seem to be all coming from the floor. Can I see any other traps? Do I recognize any other traps?
Go
I
make
mean,
a
it's
perception
coming
check.
from the floor.
You say what now?
Throw someone.
I need
won't
you to
touch
make
the
a
floor.
perception check.
Perception.
No, we're
Yeah,
not
we-
using my body to find more.
21. You notice some subtle changes in the way the stonework bends on certain points of the floor. I'm just gonna go ahead and move all these over. You notice it's just the way the tiles kind of bend. You're noticing that it's the same bends that are in the 2 pit traps that you've seen prior, and you locate a few other pits ahead in the hallway.
Right. Yeah, I want to advance and avoid those. The floor that has a certain type of bed.
With the 21, you notice that there are some runes in the red tile work on the snaking path. It's hard to really read. You'd have to really focus in on what it says to know for sure what it reads. But you do notice that there are some runes in there.
Is it a language I recognize? I want to try reading the ruins that are in there.
So to do this, you'll have to go back to the start. You notice that you're reading these runes and you can't understand the language, but as you look at them, words start to spell out in your head. It's as if there's some sort of magic that you can't read the runes themselves as words, but you are understanding them, if that makes sense. And you notice you're coming into the middle way of a message, and you think if you start at the start and perhaps go to the end of the hallway, you'll get the full extent of the message.
Okay, I'll start at the start, but I do want to avoid the bends in the floor that maybe that are the traps.
Sure.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, hey, what are you doing, Dragon Boy?
And I explained to them that the way that the floor bends, that's the way that the traps are. The ones that have fallen open.
Right, but you're looking kind of hard at that snake there.
I don't know. It's weird. I think I see something in the path, but I understand it, but I can't read it.
I'm putting it in game chat. Actually, I'll put it in the Discord.
I think if I start at the beginning, I can get a clearer picture of what this is.
So I'm putting it in Discord. As you carefully make your way all the way to the end, avoiding traps, you get a message starts to form in your mind. And it starts with, Asarak congratulates you on your powers of observation. So make of this whatever you wish, for you will be mine in the end, no matter what. And then the following poem forms in your mind. And as he finishes reading the runes that starts to form in your mind, the others get a ping in the back of their mind, and this poem fills into their brains as well. Go back to the Tormentor or through the arch, and the second great hall you'll discover. Shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice, aught but for a loop of magical metal, you're well along your march. 2 pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall. These keys, and those are most important of all, and beware of trembling hands of what will maul. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hall you'll come, and there the throne that's key and keyed. The Iron Men of visage grim do more than meets the viewer's eye. You've left and found my tomb, and now your souls will die.
Okay. So
Oh, shit. I don't know what any of that means.
a loop of
I
magic
assume
metal.
You guys are following which one?
Magic
As he wanders down the hall.
Yeah, the 2 pits along the way. We're gonna need to check the walls for
So
things.
you get to the end of the hallway.
Oh, let me catch up on the screen over here.
Yeah. So if you want to scroll up for me.
Yeah.
That's our new LOL emote.
It's the new Twitch lol.
The path of red tiles leads south from the fork.
What that mouse do?
On the wall before you is a sculpture of a devil face formed of a mosaic tiles. The face is a huge O of a mouth, inside of which the space is dead black. The stone archway to the left is filled with a veil of thick vapors. The stones on either side of the base and the keystone protrude slightly from the stones around them. As you move within touching distance of the archway, the left-hand base stone begins to glow yellow, the right-hand base stone orange, and the keystone 7 feet above blue. What are you guys doing?
I'm sorry. How many keys were there?
It's a keystone. It's the top stone at the top of the archway. It's
Yeah.
the big stone that like.
I know what you're talking about. Can we throw one of the torches from the wall into the mouth?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
So are you taking a fresh torch or throwing the one you have?
I was taking the one from the wall.
Sure. Yeah, you slide the torch from the wall out. It's unlit, so you light it with the torch you have. So you now have 2 torches. You're throwing one into the mouth?
Yep.
So you toss the torch, and you see as it travels, there's a round. The blackness is not just shadow; it's seemingly a round kind of like barrier. The torch touches it and disappears.
Oh, that's an interesting kind of magic. This
How big is that mouth?
This mouth takes deep throat to a whole new level.
It's about 3 feet in diameter.
This is void space.
Probably can't climb into it.
3 feet in diameter?
It's big enough to climb into
No.
if you wanted to.
Oh, man.
I was say
I'm
it
climbing
looks
in.
large enough to climb in.
I'm going in.
Okay. You walk up and you start to climb in. As you breach this kind of barrier, are you breaching it with your hand or your forehead? Like are you
With
just
my
climbing
hand.
in?
Well,
With
yeah,
your
I'm
hand?
gonna like, grab it and like,
Go like that?
yeah, like that.
Sure. So as your face touches the edge of the sphere, the other 3 people standing in the hallway see his body vanish. Just
Oh, shit.
gone.
Well,
Nothing's left behind?
Yeah, it's not like he got sucked through. It's that as if the split second he crossed that barrier, poof, he's gone. He vanished.
I'm gonna like walk up into the mouth and just yell, "Sarge, can you hear us?"
Are you crossing the barrier into the mouth?
I'm just like
Or are you just yelling?
yeah, I'm
yelling
just yelling
close to it?
into it. Yeah, I like it's got its mouth open and I'm just like right here, just yelling into its mouth.
So you yell into it, and no response comes.
Well,
Moose will come back to you in a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
shove Joel's character out the way and I dive in too.
My boy, let's do this.
What
Party
happened,
in the
sorry?
mouth hole.
I just want to be clear.
I move Jono out of the way, and I climb in and as well.
Cool. The second your body breaches that barrier, poof, gone. And we'll come back to you two in a minute.
Sir, how do you feel about this right now? They both just jumped straight through. We don't know if they're dead. Do you got any ideas?
I was gonna do the same thing, but they did it first.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Before you jump in head first, can you jump in and then throw a torch back so that I know that it's safe on the other side, or throw something back so that I know that you guys are alive?
I don't know.
I'm saying, like, if you make it to the other side, just try and send a signal.
Push him in.
Because, you know, if you guys are dead, then I can go out and go get some help or something. But if it's safe, then maybe I'll crawl inside this big boy's mouth too.
Yeah, okay. I jump in.
Sorry, I just need to send a text to my DM real quick. Just give me 2 seconds. Cool. So as your body crosses that barrier, you see him vanish. So you are standing alone in the hallway.
I would like to wait for a little while. So I asked for a sign.
How long would you like to wait?
I don't know, probably like 5 minutes. I'll
Sure.
wait if I don't
5
see anything
minutes,
there.
You hear something coming from deep within the walls. It's unintelligible. There's no way to know what made the sound. You just hear sounds coming from somewhere beyond the rock face in front of you. Just like as a kind of like reverberating, not necessarily like from the mouth, but just the sound kind of rushes past you.
Okay, so it's coming from like behind it. It's not necessarily coming from the mouth.
Correct.
Well, that could be fucking anything. That could be them falling in a goddamn endless pit right now. Oh god, I wish I had a sign. Do I?
Spells you could use. You're a wizard.
I know, but I don't have any spells that I think are useful in this kind of situation right now. Except like
You're a wizard, Harry.
I mean, like I have Bixby's hand. I don't have Mage Hand.
You don't have Mage Hand?
No, I don't have Mage Hand as a cantrip. I have Chill Touch, Dancing Lights, Firebolt, Friends, Message, and Minor Illusion.
Okay.
What does Message do again?
Message allows you to send a message to... I'm trying to remember the range one. You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message to target, and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line. It can travel freely around corners or through openings.
So I would not be able to cast Message through here.
You cast message all you want.
It doesn't hurt me in any way. It's a cantrip, so I'm gonna cast Message.
Who are you going to message?
Servo was the last one who went through. He's probably the closest towards wherever the entrance may or may not be. So I am going to send a message towards him.
Okay. What do you say?
Send nudes.
Sure. So you point your finger presumably towards the hole in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You point your finger towards the hole in the mouth. You whisper, "Send nudes." And you wait. And you hear a faint whisper come back that says, "What?"
Oh, okay. So they're probably alive if they can hear that then. Perfect.
Roll a perception check.
Where the fuck is my perception? There it is.
Yeah, with a 19, you notice that it's a very good imitation, but you don't think it's Servo's voice.
Interesting. Why would they be imitating his voice if it's not him, though? I just sent a random message that said nudes. That's... fuck it. I'm just gonna jump in.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you guys back. I apologize. It's my fault.
Peer pressure.
So yeah, you jump in. As your body crosses the black plane, you vanish. You've all jumped into a sphere of annihilation.
Yeah.
So let's take it back from the top.
I knew not to go in there. Damn it! I should have cast detect magic.
Yeah, if you were to cast detect magic, it would have given you an aura that it is quite evil. It's an aura of transmutation magic. So now would be a good time. If you guys want to swap characters, you could, or if you just want to start back up from the top.
No, I'm liking mine.
Yeah, I'm good with mine too. I'm getting comfortable.
I was gonna say the amount of things I've been able to do as my character have been pretty limited. So
yeah, I can take a friggin' beating.
Yeah, you guys,
So you guys just want to keep exploring with the current characters?
I'm gonna stay wizard. I need to use my spells more. I'm still upset that I don't have mage hand, but it's fine because I've got Bigsby's magic hand.
We can swap mage hand out for friends.
Okay.
If you want friends, really going to be useful. All right. So another set of adventures. Sorry. The death counter should be 8.
Oh, we're counting each individual person?
Yes. Oh, yes. 8 deaths. So yeah. You guys open back up. John, you might need to scroll up a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I'm busy typing in mage hand.
it's like Groundhog Day over here. We're just like,
No, these are new characters that are coming. This is a new adventuring party weeks later.
Oh.
You just happen to be the same classes because reasons.
At least
have the same name.
At least the first party, like if we went to the other side, we'd be able to find their body. The ones that we just did, that'd be fucked. We'd walk in there and be like, I thought that they said that somebody was here, but I don't see anything.
Let's jump in this big gold hole.
All right, so we're taking the middle path.
Okay.
Right? Are we in agreement on that?
Yes.
Yes.
So you said that we're going in with the knowledge that preceded us, right?
Yes.
So we have knowledge of the pitfalls.
Yep.
And the super death ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what are you guys doing? You've entered this cavern there at the start of the maze.
Well, can we investigate some of the frescoes and such?
Sure.
We have knowledge of the poem and everything too, right?
Yes, you can. We'll say you spent time to read the poem. You got the poem in the back of your mind.
All right. So roll an investigation.
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Not very high.
Oh, that was a nat 1. But an 11, it's good enough. The only real in fresco of note is is 2 jackals standing up.
Okay, so the big one that we've seen.
Mm-hmm. There's a small chest that protrudes from the wall. You know it is located on top of the pit trap.
Can I mage hand over and touch the chest? Try and like open it?
Real quick, two jackal-headed human figures are painted so as to appear to be holding a real bronze chest that protrudes from the wall. Boop. And it is right about there.
Can I move to the other side of the pit and then mage hand over to try and open it?
Sure.
Imagine this is me, right?
Oh.
The one that looks like the high elf.
Hold on a second.
I am a concern.
Mm-hmm.
I am a heavy concern.
Just a little bit.
He's deep in thought.
Fine. I just need to make sure I'm not missing anything before I go too far.
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna touch the chest, and then all of a sudden it's gonna ignite a bomb and then blow the entire entrance out.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Matt. The box requires a high five. It actually only opens to finger guns.
Okay. So, you try to use your mage hand to manipulate the chest. You can't find an easy way to grasp it that would make sense for your mage hand to open it. You think this might be a more hands-on.
Physical hands?
You gotta get a good grip on it.
Mage hand only can provide so much force and is generally not. You can do stuff like open doors. Some chests are not necessarily able to open depending on the weight or the mechanism of the way it opens. It would be unable to. You would be unable to do it with mage hand.
I figured it was worth a try.
At least from this distance, you can't see a way to easily open it up with mage hand.
Can I use winged boots?
Use what?
So what now?
I thought it said I had winged boots.
Yes, you can.
Man, I still want to know who I said send dudes to.
Right?
Like, that's question of the day right now.
You are aware that you were in a demi-lich, a rumored demi-lich's dungeon. So, perhaps the demi-lich or one of his servants? I mean, it was definitely someone magical to intercept that message spell and to fire back on the same wavelength. And it's someone who is powerful.
So oh, does that mean somebody's watching this?
Oh, I imagine the lich is watching us the whole time.
Yeah.
We are
so
in
yeah,
his
with the
domain.
winged boots, you have flying speed equal to your walking speed. You can use these boots to fly for up to 4 hours, all at once or in several shorter flights, each one using a minimum of 1 minute from the duration. So, you can fly for the next 4 hours at 1 minute intervals.
Okay.
Basically.
So while I'm flying, can I pull the chest out over the trap?
So you can move up and examine the chest. You find that it is kind of like secured to the rock face. It's the wall it's on. It's not something you just pick up and take with you.
Okay.
You can inspect the chest while you're up close to it, though, if you would like.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Sure, with a 7, you see that there's a catch, and inside the catch there's a a small needle that it looks as if you can press down on the catch to open the lid of the chest, but there is a needle inside the catch. So you will stab yourself with doing it with like a hand or something.
Blood.
For the blood god?
God, yeah. We chaos now.
What is it? Well, the riddle said if shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice, but a loop of magic metal. Do we have magic metal? What's magic metal?
I can evoke a metal with magic or something, can't I? Hang on. What do I have? What do I actually
That
have?
would probably be more along the lines of an enchantment. Off the top of my head, I don't remember anything that you would be able to use to create a magical loop of metal.
I don't have anything now.
So, in order for me to open this chest, I have to. Am I touching the needle? Is it going to draw blood, or?
I want to be clear with the way I'm stating this. There is a catch. It's like basically a little button that you can see. It's attached to like the side of the chest that has a needle sticking out of it. If you were to use a hand to press it, you would stab yourself. Yes. There's really no way around getting a hand in there without getting stabbed.
So why not just use like a weapon or something to push it?
Wait.
Or mage hand.
You said there's no way to put a hand in there without getting stabbed. Yeah, what about mage hand?
You could definitely try.
I would like to.
Sure. So while you're kind of hovering over the pit, Laswan, you see a small wavy hand come up, and you're kind of watching as it goes, and it intersects with the needle, and the hand just pushes through it and hits the catch behind it and pushes the button, and the lid opens up.
Let me help you out with that. Let me give you a hand.
And it's a mimic.
So the chest lid springs open.
Did you say springs open?
Springs.
Oh,
like a spring. Okay. It appears to be empty.
So it springs open, and what was inside? I'm sorry.
It appears to be empty.
Oh.
Is this where we put the magic metal?
I wonder if it would have been different if we would have used blood. Well, we can throw it into the void at the end of the hall if we'd like.
Again, the chest is bolted to the wall.
Oh. Well. What would you like to do now, floating boy?
Something to sacrifice.
Do we know that we need something to sacrifice, though, or is that just a mechanism for shits and giggles? Or are we stumped on like the first part of the entrance of the area?
I was going by what the riddle said. I was just going by what the riddle said, since we don't have any magic metal. Because the riddle says you do not need sacrifice, but a loop of magic metal.
A shades of red stain for blood the wise will not need sacrifice aught but a loop of magic metal. You're well
to
along
be
your
clear,
march.
Make an intelligence check, everybody.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say who.
Intelligence check.
I will say this is a cumulative intelligence check. Okay, yeah, you guys are good. You just gotta sit and ponder the meaning of the poem, and you realize it's not necessarily talking about just this room.
No.
It seems to reference a couple different locations, talking about a great hall and pits along the way. It may not necessarily be referencing this room specifically.
Yeah, we also haven't seen Iron Man.
The movie?
Yeah. The Iron Man's visage, grim, do more than meets the viewer's eye.
Oh.
Trying to.
All right.
So what are you guys doing?
I say we press
Shoot.
on.
I mean, we can't unbolt the chest. And is the catch the only thing that we see on the chest? We don't see any other discernible traps or mechanisms or.
Make an investigation check. So yeah, with the 12, you kind of stick your hand in the box and start prodding around. You realize that there's a thin veil of magical darkness inside the chest. As you put your hand in there, you feel what feels like a
It's nudes from the Lich.
you feel inside it's a rod that protrudes vertically from the bottom.
Giggity.
Can I dispel magic?
Mm-hmm.
What can you?
Yes, you can.
Can you just pull the rod out?
I don't know what type of. Well, I could, but then the whole cavern would be dark. But you talking about the rod in the box?
The rod in the box.
To be clear, you are currently using a magical effect to float above the pitfall trap.
I sure am.
You could do that. It may have unforeseen consequences.
That's a very solid point.
I will say, to John's point, it does feel like it's freely moving.
Sure, why not? We've jumped in the black hole, so let's just pull. Let's pull the rod out.
You pull the rod. As you pull, you realize it's not necessarily a freestanding rod. It's actually a lever.
Oh no!
As you pull the lever, the pitfall trap opens up beneath you.
Well, it's a good thing you're floating.
Yeah,
that is true.
Because I already knew the trap was there.
And after about a minute, the door shut and reset.
Okay, so yeah, I think we can press on.
All right. Well, can we continue on to the end of the hall again?
Yes.
All right. So you guys press to the end of the hall. You see the dark devil's visage with a black sphere in the mouth in front of you, and to your left you see a archway of mist.
That looks familiar, and that sucks. I'm not going near it again.
You sure you don't want to jump straight in there?
Okay, fine. I jump straight in now. That's all the convincing I need.
I'm gonna shoot message into the void again and just shoot another send nudes out. I just want them to know that I'm serious.
Once I turn my fruits on, do they stay on, or can I turn them off?
So it's 4 hours long, and they're basically 1 minute intervals. I would say you probably used about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you have 3 hours and 50 minutes left.
Okay.
And you just let me know when you want to fly, and we'll start a timer.
All right.
You send a message out into the void, nothing responds.
Never getting those nudes.
No. Does my character have to take a whiz so I can pee angrily into the void for killing me?
You can absolutely pee into the void.
I'm peeing into the void.
So you start peeing into the void.
How do you not know that the stream is connected to you and it may or may not kill you? Am I right?
I need to hold on one second.
No, he's not right.
Is it like those
He's
bacteria
not right,
fish
Austin.
in like Africa that swim up your pee hole?
Well, that you have to be submerged in water. I need to see if the pee is connected. That if you could like shock yourself.
They proved on MythBusters if you piss on the electric fence, it doesn't electrocute you.
It
You
doesn't.
have to look that up.
You're fine. Yeah, you start peeing into the black hole, and you notice like you would normally expect to hear sound as the liquid hits some sort of stonework or whatever surface. It's just as it's getting annihilated as it goes through the sphere.
I got my comeuppance, and so did he.
You realize in a way you pissed on your own grave right there, right?
I mean, I've done worse.
There is no grave because there's nothing in there.
It's just
So what are you guys doing?
it's a new way of pissing away lives.
Just pissing in
What's through this
pissing in a
archway
big mouth.
to the left?
You said it's
Okay.
mist, right?
So the archway is filled with a thick veil of thick vapors. The stones on either side of the base and a keystone protrude slightly from the stones around them. When you move within touching distance, the left-hand base stone begins to glow yellow, the right-hand stone orange, and the keystone 7 feet above blue.
So we gotta figure out color combinations.
What were the colors again? Yellow. The first one blue, yellow.
So there's a stone to the left side is yellow, the stone to the right side is orange, and the keystone above is blue.
It's blue.
So if this has anything to do with the poem that we had before,
Yellow and blue make green.
shun green if you can. So we would want to avoid heading towards yellow and blue. And I already forgot what the other two colors were.
Orange.
Because I have a 5-second memory span. Orange?
Yeah. Yellow to the left, orange to the right, blue on the top.
Just for the sake of the fact that it's already 10 o'clock, the giant demon face on the wall is green.
Oh. Boy, that probably would have helped us out so much sooner.
I figured the picture would be enough. Did I not describe it as being a giant green devil face?
You described it as a giant like goblin face.
Yeah, we saw the picture.
So yeah.
Is the vapors magical? Or?
Never mind. I was completely wrong. That's the green that we need to avoid. But I still don't trust yellow and blue. This is just kind of sus. I saw them vent. One of them was dummy thick, so they couldn't vent correctly.
So you try to peer through the vapors, and it is cloudy to the point of you not being able to see anything past probably 2 or 3 inches. They are magical in nature, yes.
Dispel magic.
Cool.
Great, you've made me a
What level are
useless
you
elf.
casting at?
Dispel magic is at.
It's a 3rd level. I don't know if you have any. Do you have any spell slots higher than 3rd at this level? You might.
3rd level, 3 slots. Dispel magic. No, it's only at 3rd level.
Do you have any 4th level slots or 5th?
I have 1 4th level slot.
So you could cast this as a 4th level. And the way this spell works is if it's 3rd level or lower, the target or the spell ends, the spell effect ends. If you use a higher slot, anything below that ends. But there's a DC. The DC is equal to 10 plus the spell's affects the level. So you'll have to roll a DC to try to cancel it if it's higher than 3rd or 4th level, depending on what you cast.
Can I make an alternate suggestion?
What was that?
So I'd like to blow on the mist to see if it moves.
Hold on, we're still working on the dispel magic.
Okay.
Yeah, why are you always trying to blow things, Jonah?
Well,
Are you trying to cast a 3rd or 4th level?
4th level.
4th level? Sure, go ahead and mark a 4th level spell off your sheet. So on the spell sheet, you can just it should be right next to it. There should be a spell slots expended. You mark that up to 1. Should be at a 0 right now. you wave your hands, and nothing happens. And you know, normally there's when you're casting against a more powerful spell, you feel internally that there's a kind of like a fight where you kind of have to press yourself with using your divine magic skills. With this, there's no resistance whatsoever. Just nothing happens. The vapor still exists. The door seemingly, or the archway seemingly unchanged.
All right, I'm going in.
Wait, hold, stop. Just hang on for a second. Can I blow on the vapor to see if it moves?
I don't have time for your inconsistent blowing.
As you start to walk in, you blow in the vapor, nothing happens. The vapor stays still.
Okay, so I can't gust of wind it.
Are you still walking through the vapors?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you walk through the vapors and are teleported to a different part of the dungeon.
Oh, shit.
Well, you know, at least it isn't annihilation.
Yeah, right.
Suckhole.
Is anybody following him?
Do they know that I've been teleported?
It's as if the same spell work has happened with the Sphere of Annihilation. The second you press your hand, you vanish. This time, though, I'll say there's an audible sound.
Would I have any knowledge of this as a maid or as a wizard?
You make an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana.
Yeah, with an 18, you recognize that sound. It's definitely the sound of some sort of teleportation magic.
Okay.
Do you have Misty Step as a spell?
I do.
Yeah, very similar to the sound that makes when you do a Misty Step.
Okay. Guys, I think it's fine. It's just teleportation type of spell. I do this all the time. It's cool. We can go through. I think you'll be fine. Okay. I'm just gonna go
dive in head first.
I'm just gonna go walk through as I'm explaining it to them.
Sure. So you vanish and reappear in a different part of the dungeon. Everybody else following, I'm assuming?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Not. Okay. So Servo. Okay, you were left behind. Three of you are teleported into a small 10-foot by 10-foot room. In this room, this miserable cubicle appears to have absolutely no means of egress. 3 iron levers, each about 1 foot long, protrude from the south wall of the chamber.
We pull the middle, then the left, then the right.
Hold on. Is there any discernible difference between the levers?
Make an investigation check.
14. No. Okay.
With your investigation, you think they can be moved horizontally or vertically, singly or in combination.
Guys, we've got a weird situation of
So right now
foreplay.
They're all dead center, and it appears in kind of like a joystick.
Yeah, like up, down, left, right movement.
Yeah.
So we can move these in different directions. But
we all enter the Konami code.
Do we have any idea of what the correct connection could be?
Yes.
I'm trying to think back to the poem, and I don't really have anything in there for it. We've gotten past the green. The next part of that is shades of red, stand for blood the wise. We don't see any blood in here, right?
While you guys read that, Servo, what are you doing?
Uh,
So your 3 companions have pushed their way through this mist and vanished.
yeah, I guess I follow them. I mean, there's no reason for me to just stand here myself.
Sure. So after a few minutes, poof, the barbarian appears in front of you. And you see 3 iron levers in the wall. So what are you guys doing?
Are there any writings on the wall or any?
Yeah, I was about to say, can we check the walls at all?
Um,
Because we have
Just a
that.
10x10 with no writing or anything.
We've got that one part of the poem.
make a perception check.
2 pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall. Just because it's a poem and it's written in a line doesn't mean it has to be in order.
Nat one, you find absolutely no means of egress. Nothing of interest, no writing.
Oh.
Nothing at all.
There's 3 levers, you said?
3 levers, correct.
3 levers and they're omnidirectional.
Like a joystick.
Well, who wants to be the brave soul to toggle the dipstick first?
I'll do it. I go to the middle one and I go up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Fuck yeah.
So you do that. I want to remind you, this is a module written and set in the 70s. You go up, up, down, down, left, right, nothing happens.
Right. Nothing happened?
Not a thing.
Nope, this is predating Konami code.
Yep. 100%.
Well, I didn't have the BA or the select start.
I would like to move the one on the right to the left.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Nothing happens.
I'll move the one on the left to the right.
All right, you do that. Nothing happens.
And the one in the middle, I will move down.
You move it down. Nothing happens.
Well, guys, we're in a goddamn room with no idea what we're doing here.
Is there any sort of like wear and tear indicative of it being thrown in a specific direction in previous?
Is there anything?
These have taken damage in all sorts of directions. It would be hard to discern whether one way was the correct way to move it or another.
Is there any distinct like markings or anything on the roof or the floor?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm a smart wizard.
With the 29, you see what appears to be some sort of a very slight lip in the ceiling above you. But it's a very faint. It's as you're running your thumb across the top, you can feel it you feel like a little lip, and then it's all flat stonework.
Okay. So like a Pringles can, the top pops off this bitch. Possibly. So if we move all 3 levers up, does anything happen?
You're gonna move all 3 levers up?
Yes. I'm sorry, I should have said it that way. I'm moving all 3 levers up.
I just want to make sure. I just want a clear declaration of intent.
Yep.
You shift all 3 levers up. You're a click, a slight mechanical whirring, and the block where you felt the lip, there's a 5 foot by 5 foot block that lifts up into the ceiling.
Okay. That's it? Just a 5 foot?
About 10 feet high.
So we just moved 1 block.
Sorry, 3 feet high.
Well, that's a start. We got 1, guys. So if all 3 up is 1 block, we should probably try all of the immediate facing directions. So I'm gonna move all 3 right.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, well, that takes away my theory then. I'll try down just
Hold on
to.
a second. Just want to make sure there's Okay.
Actually, no, I don't want to try down. I want to try middle one up, left and right ones down.
All right. You manipulate it into that scenario. Nothing happens.
All right. Anyone else got
All
ideas?
3 down. Yes, I push all 3 levels down.
Cool. So as you pull the third lever down, you hear and Latuan, you realize that your friends aren't around you anymore.
Oh shit!
And you look down, and there's a large pit that has opened up beneath you. I'm gonna roll some dice here.
There's the reason why I didn't want to choose all 3 down.
Mhm.
Can I use my wing and boots?
Everybody except Swan falls 100 feet into the pit below and takes 27 points of bludgeoning damage as they crash onto the floor below.
Oh,
I yell, my bad.
Use my bonus action to say fuck you.
Wait, why do I have 43? Oh, I'm still marking as if I was the first person to take damage. Whoops.
How much damage was that? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That was 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
20 freaking 7.
Move
Well-
all 3 up and open up, and then move all 3 down and open down.
But we only opened a small block up. Where down we opened up into a pit.
And all 3 right, then open up anything.
Are we able to?
Correct.
We're in a pit right now, right?
Yes.
Is there any?
Do I have a rope?
Do we have a visible method of getting out? Do we have anything that we can see?
It is the same material as above. Is boring old stone cut into a hole.
Is there any way for us to climb our way back up to the above?
With effort, you can make an athletics check to climb.
Would
Do
I be
have a
able?
rope? Would that
I'm
help?
climbing out.
With the wing boots, you could also, Latuan, you could fly down and potentially pick someone up, but there's not anywhere to set them.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
you just
say
be
if the
carrying
floor
them?
is. Well, okay, hold on. Let's make a plan then. So, Lat, you can fly.
For 3 hours and 50 minutes.
You're able to fly, and I can teleport. How far down did we fall?
100 feet.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to teleport back up then.
Not with Misty Step, no.
Yeah,
That's
not with
only
Misty
30 foot
Step.
range. Do you have another spell that can help? We've talked about it tonight.
Do I?
Detect magic.
Not the one I had in mind.
Oh.
So when you were talking about Mage Hand,
I was talking about Mage Hand, but I also have Bigby's Hand. Which
While
is
they're figuring
just,
out a plan, can I still manipulate the levers?
Isn't Bigby's Hand just a larger or like a stronger Mage Hand?
it's also much larger.
Is it larger? Oh my god. I would have used that to catch myself if I could have.
So it is a large hand of shimmering translucent force. Large being 10 foot by 10 foot.
I thought it was the same size as Mage Hand. That's why I didn't use it.
No, it's a big old hand.
Okay. Yep, large hand of shimmering translucent force. I see it. So if we all
It
climb,
only lasts up to a minute though.
is a minute enough time to Bigby's Hand and drag everyone up to change the levers?
You could. You can move up to 60 feet in one turn.
How long is one turn?
6 seconds.
Okay,
You
so
get
I
10
would
rounds.
so I would have plenty of time. Okay, so if everyone moves up a little bit, I can catch us with the giant Mage Hand, and move us back up to the levers and try to reset this floor.
Okay.
Everyone on board?
I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You cast the hand. You start to raise up, and you now have a minute of Biggie's hand staying up
Okay.
in this small 10 foot by 10 foot cubicle.
So I'm gonna move us up. Okay, that's a fifth level spell. So take off one of those slots. All right, so I'm gonna move us up to the levers. Does anyone have an idea for combinations to get the floor to reset?
All up.
Well, go ahead and try it.
I'm flipping all 3 switches up.
So you walk over, you flip all 3 switches up. The second you go to flip the first switch up, you click it up, and the floor resets underneath you.
Oh.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna keep Bixby's hand going for as long as I'm able to during the duration.
Sure.
Just as a failsafe, I figured it's a pretty nice thing to have right now. You know. So we only have a few more seconds left of this if we want to try combinations now.
I think.
3 to the left.
Wait a second. When you pushed them all to the left and the right, it didn't do anything, right?
We only pushed it to the right, but it did not do anything. We pushed it up, and it moved a 5x5 square.
A 3 foot by 3 foot square.
Okay, yeah,
Cube
3
block
foot
into the
square up, and then all down created the pit.
Okay, so what's through the little square?
Can we see in there if we look? Like, is it a
No, you
visible?
torches.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It is a 3 foot by 3 foot stone block. It's basically a smaller version of the pit or the cavern that you guys are in right now. The closet. I don't know what to call it.
So it's like a hole.
A 3 foot by 3 foot space has been moved out. Yes. Imagine if you're in like Minecraft and you dig the block above you. You're still surrounded by rock, but there is rock above you that wasn't there before. Yes.
So
Okay, but but there's 4 of us, right?
Can I dancing lights up there to see like what's through it?
Well, you have your torchlight
Just
reaches
push
it.
me up
Okay.
there. Just someone just like push me up into the ceiling.
Well,
Like,
I'm
stuff
still on the
into the
big space
shoulders or
hand.
something.
Let's move ourselves all the way up to the roof and someone peek in.
Yeah, you have about 30 seconds left on Biggs' hand.
Yeah,
You have
do
5
it.
more actions.
I'm moving us
Yeah.
up a little bit so that you can go in there and peek.
Yeah.
Okay, so you raise the hand up. I assume everybody's staying on the hand.
Sure.
I don't think
Sure.
they have a
Yeah,
choice.
so-
I'm pretty sure it
and-
encompasses the room.
Yeah, pretty much does. So you raise the hand up enough for everybody to kind of basically get their heads. You're kind of like crouching down below. You can put your head up into this 3 foot by 3 foot space. What are you doing? You got 5 actions.
Investigate.
Sure. Yeah. Roll an investigation check. You kind of like rub your hands on the walls and you feel for something to give away. It seems like a 3 foot by 3 foot block has just been removed from this area. That's about it. It's just more stone beyond stone.
Soda moments. Give me stone beyond stone.
Anybody wants to make a perception check to try to see if they see something? Go ahead. Perception or investigation, whichever one's higher.
Perception or investigation?
I will roll an investigation.
I will roll a perception.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm a very investigative wizard.
Jono, with the 25, you feel you're kind of taking a hand and kind of knocking along the wall. You feel one side, it's hollow. And you knock on it and you put some pressure on it. And it seems to be some sort of a plug of sorts. Opens up into a small crawl space.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can see that it opens into a crawl space.
Yes, you have about 2 actions left on Bigsby's hand. What are you gonna do? It's essentially the size of an air duct.
Can we
Oh,
crawl
fuck,
into
let's-
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in it.
You can crawl into it.
Okay. And I'd like to crawl into it.
Sure. So you all crawl into this crawl space. What are you doing in said crawl space? You just crawl into the end, one by one?
I'd like to investigate along the way. Since
Sure.
we're in a new random area.
You're investigating, and you can sort of see from the torchlight, it goes about 10 feet, takes a right-hand turn. At the end of that right-hand turn, there's a left-hand turn. From where you're at, you can't really see beyond that. There's nothing really of note. It seems to be a small, chiseled-out crawl space.
Okay. Then I'd like to crawl towards where the left-hand turn is then.
So you crawl to the left-hand turn, you turn left, and there's about 30 feet more of the crawl space, and then it makes another right-hand turn. Again, nothing of note on the sides, walls, or floor, or ceiling.
So it first turned right and then it turned left,
Yes.
and then there's another right.
Yes.
Nothing discernible, all just like stone crawl space.
It's roughly cut stone, yes.
All right. I mean, there was nothing to do but follow it to the end.
I don't think we really have much choice.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, unless we're gonna investigate every single block along the way.
So
actually, what I want to do is when I get to the left turn, before I move forward, I'd like to push against the opposing wall and see if there's anything that gives way.
So on the left-hand turn?
On the left-hand turn, yeah, I'd like to push against the opposite walls.
Sure.
Like the ones that don't have a facing pathway.
Yeah, you're making checks as you crawl through this crawl space. Nothing of note. You do get to the end of the crawl space, however, and it seems to be a worked piece of flat stone in front of you. You touch it a little, you give it a little tap, and it starts to give way, as if it's some sort of sliding door.
Okay. I'd like to mage hand push it.
Sure. Is everybody lined up behind Jono?
Air duct, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all lined up behind Jono.
So, as you use Mage Hand to push on this wall, you actually notice it turns a little bit to the right, and then the bottom kind of gives away from underneath it, and then the bottom of the crawl space goes chunk, and you all slide out.
It turns into a big poop chute?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Mother!
It would seem. A winding red pathway forking at a large green demon head. And a misty archway.
This is bad and you should feel bad.
Wait, what?
Like I said, this thing is punishing.
God damn it.
So we went from the
using an air
teleporting
duct.
tunnel, and we ended up back to where we started because of the air ducts that we thought were an escape air duct.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. I had a feeling.
This is a dungeon crawler, all right.
It's really honestly pretty cool.
It
I
is.
like the idea of this. Like, you know what would be really fun to do with this is to, like, I don't know if it would even be possible with less than a group of people, but like if it's possible to run it as a single person, to separately be able to do the dungeon and see who gets the farthest.
Oh, you're
would
saying
like-
like a challenge of sorts?
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, almost like a survival. You get one life, and whoever figures out the most of it,
Whoever gets farthest into the dungeon wins a prize.
yeah, or something like just
I just
bragging rights or something.
I want to remind you that your first set of lives, you made it past not even the entrance. You made it to a
Right.
false entrance and died, and then
That's what
went
I'm
to
saying.
another false entrance.
This is true.
So we're gonna call it a night here, boys, or keep on
Yeah,
going?
it's about 10:40.
late.
We're about 10% of the way done with this dungeon.
Oh, that's funny, man.
So
Honestly, that was a lot of fun. Like, regardless,
Mhm.
just
it's
seeing
I
that
think it's
everything that we did had some kind of effect, and half of the time that effect ended up fucking us.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
it's really interesting. This dungeon is a remake of I think a first edition. It was either first edition or second edition dungeon. So a lot of the puzzles aren't really built for necessarily like most puzzles in 5e are written as, you make an investigation check, you see a tile that looks off, you realize it can be pushed in to cause a pressure plate. Most of the traps that you've come across, you could see, but the way you would come about like necessarily solving them, it's not so much you roll a check and you solve it.
Mhm.
So I think it's a very interesting mechanic for this stuff. Like the sliding rock dungeon. You have no idea of how what would happen, the first run through. Like you guys did. Could have been the doorway in, could have been the way you were supposed to go. You could have tried to prop the thing open.
I honestly thought about
Yeah,
going
it's like,
backwards during that too.
It's like whatchamacallit, a text-based, dungeon crawler. Like you just have to
Mhm.
fucking slam commands into it over and over and over again until you figure out which way is the right way.
Yep.
Mhm.
But we can definitely come back to this at some point. If one of the players needs to be out, we could revisit and try a 3-man run or a 2-man run if you guys want.
That sounds pretty rad, and that would be a good option too.
God,
Now we've
yeah.
got character sheets created too, and we could always be like, all right, I'm gonna be this guy, and
Like,
and
honestly,
maybe
I
meta it a little bit without knowing exactly what we're gonna run into. Being that it's like you said, 10% of the way done, we could try and
Yeah.
maybe make a character that can complete it and
Yeah.
then run it.
I also enjoy
Yeah.
playing a wizard, so yeah.
No, wizards.
Wizards
I just
fun.
like having a really nice health pool.
Like, yeah, he was like, you take 20 points of damage. I was like, I still got 100 points of damage. I'm doing pretty good.
Bingo.
That would have fucking killed my warlock.
Party people.
Oh, that would have straight up killed Biff. He only starts with 16.
Yeah, in fairness, you guys are at level, I think 13 is what you guys are playing on.
Something like
that's
that,
pretty
yeah.
Sounds about right.
I think, so you're at 3rd level right now. That's 2,700 XP to get to 3rd level. I believe 13th level is 120,000 XP.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go kill some boars in the forest while we're on our week off. Higher level next week.
Boars in the
Anyway.
fort. We're still in a cave on our regular one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are,
Warcraft
you guys are,
reference.
120,000 hit level 13. You guys are
Yeah.
basically, right now you're playing characters that are past what most campaigns will go to.
Mhm.
That's what I
13th
figured.
level is pretty high. But it's necessary for this thing. And you know what's funny? You guys rolled initiative one time, and you didn't fight anything.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I was really expecting mimics.
Mhm.
I'm always expecting mimics.
Oh yeah.
It's just I want it. Okay, so I have to know, would the Lich have sent nudes?
No,
Why not?
because it's not a function of the spell. You only get to whisper back.
But
We can't receive pictures.
I asked him to send nudes. He could have left them on a table somewhere. He could have had one of his minions get an etching of his lewds and just left it somewhere for me.
Perhaps he did further into the dungeon. Maybe that's the treasure you seek within.
It is. It absolutely is.
The real treasure is the dudes we got along the way.
God.
We just dungeon and all I got is these lich dudes.
All right, well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for taking us on this spooky adventure.
Most terrifying country you never fought.
That was awesome.
Yes.
In a thong and posing, Jesus, Nobu. That's horrifying. Horrifying.
Horrifying.
Horrifying?
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right.
Someone want to wrap us up?
Thank you for joining us for this one-off, spin-off, dungeon crawling. Just great time. So good. The time
Extravaganza.
that we had. Okay, all right, that's pretty cool. I like that. Get it. You guys can check us out every Friday for game night, Wednesdays for Survival Boys, and of course our Sunday podcast coming up Sunday, the day after Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody, and be safe out there. Make sure to take the razor blades out of your candy before you eat it, and yeah,
save the razor blades for other kids.
Yeah, peace, love, and hail spray tan.
All them parents out there, check your kids' candy so you can eat all the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, check your kids' candies for all of the drugs that they totally would waste money putting into kids' candies. Because that's what responsible adults do.
That logic never made sense to me. It's like
No.
candy that's been drugged is so expensive, man. Like
edibles aren't cheap. I'm not wasting that on little Timmy down the street. He can go get his fucking own.
Yeah, they're always like, oh, yeah, look how they might put drugs in your kid's candy. It's like, no sensible person's going to drug candy. That shit, no, I'm keeping my drugs.
I'm sorry, do you mean that I get to make money off of this house? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's anybody who's going to put drugs in your candy, he already visited you when he moved into the neighborhood because he's required to do so by law.
All right, guys.
So yeah, go get your drug candy, and we will see you all on Sunday for the podcast. And also don't forget Sunday is the official opening for Darby's Dungeon.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Moose and I were there yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
For horror trivia, and it was a great time. Place looks fantastic.
Yeah, I was about to say that place is baller as hell.
My sticker is bigger than yours, John.
Go on.
Mine's in my car.
That's just a cup, dude. Cups are stupid.
Well, now.
I mean, that's legit. That doesn't say Darby's Dungeon on it.
All right, we love you guys. We will see you all on Sunday.
Just kidding about the cup. Buy Darby Dungeon cups.
Yeah. the drinkable kind and the kind that you wear underneath your athletic gear.
Both. Yeah. I mean, they're interchangeable in my opinion, but
I don't think you should.
Goddamn.
I mean, probably want to wash them in between uses, but yeah.
Oh shit, you're right. Forgot. All right, bye.
Night, everyone.
Peace out.